All right, welcome back to another episode of PSR. Today, we've got the Shailotech P365. This is their 365 XXL-C Sentinel, and it is an absolutely beautiful piece. Look at this. This is a P365, guys. Like, what? That looks insane. I'm really excited to shoot this thing. But first, I got to thank the channel sponsor for PSR, and that is Aves Engineering. Guys, if you are looking for rails for your DIY projects, look no further than Aves Engineering. Aves Rails, they got all the rails for all your glizzies, all the slidey bits. Never in a million years would I use the code PSR for 10% off your entire order from Aves. They got a bunch of cool Mac stuff as well, so never check them out in a million years. And thanks to Aves for sponsoring this channel. All right, before we talk about the XXL-C Sentinel and what makes it pretty cool, let's just put a mag through it. P365X macro mag size. So it goes right in there, just gorgeous. Let's give her, eh? Teed up, let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, dick. This is torqued up, baby. This is the P365 on roids. Oh, yeah. All right, let's talk a little bit about what makes this thing special. All right, so the 365 XXL-C Sentinel from Shailotech. Like I said, it's essentially the P365 turned all the way up to 10. It is a beautiful aluminum frame. So an aluminum grip module. If you're not familiar with the 365, obviously it's intended for more concealed carry, everyday carry kind of use. But what Shailotech did and what they do is they make a bunch of really cool modular accessories and frames for the P365 alongside their slides. So all you need is a fire control unit from SIG, and then Shailotech does the rest. This frame is modular. So if you can see here, we've got our gas pedal here. Beautiful gas pedal, perfect for purchase your thumb right here. So that's a part of the modularity of these frames that Shailotech makes. Obviously the slide, like I said, the slide is Shailotech. It's got these nice cool relief cuts on here, and it's compensated. Now they make non-compensated models. This is the compensated model, and it's the longer slide. You can change the trigger guard to one that doesn't have the gas pedal. You can swap out the grip panels. You can swap out this back bottom part of the grip as well. This is almost kind of like a competition style P365, which is really neat and something kind of new and different. The cool thing about the P365, now that they've come out with the X macro mags, is that you've got 17 rounds in here, the same size capacity as a Glock 17, in this very tiny, manageable package. Although this isn't completely tiny, this is more or less the size of like a Glock 19, but you got 17 rounds and it's compensated, and it just has that light feeling with it. It's just a much more maneuverable, less clunky gun than the Glock 19, or any Glock for that matter. Now, I know SIG has come under fire for their P320 struggles, we'll call them, accidental discharges, going off in holsters, lots of things you can look up for that, and that is a problem, but that's not a problem with the 365. If you were wanting to get a carry gun or even a duty gun, because this is almost like duty size more or less in terms of the capacity, if you want a SIG and you want a striker fire one, the P365, and particularly this size, seems like it might be the right option as opposed to a P320. The P320, it's based on a hammer-fired gun originally, and it's just a clunky gun. I don't mind it. In the chassis, it's cool. Would I carry it? I don't know if I would. I would much rather carry a P365 like this one. Now, I believe a company called Slim Fit Holsters does make a holster that's compatible with this gas pedal that Shailotech makes. The controllability of it, just shooting one mag, it felt really, really nice having that gas pedal on there. Really easy to keep the muzzle down. Definitely a good feeling so far. But let's stretch her out to a little bit more distance here. It is windy as fuck, so we might have some bullets being affected by the wind here, but we're gonna try our best. Let's try a little long distance with this thing, see how it does.
Guys, before we get into the rest of the video, I gotta thank today's video sponsor, and that is Arms List. If you guys ever wanted to either buy or sell a gun on the used marketplace and maybe your local FFL didn't have what you wanted, well, you can think of Arms List as kind of like a Facebook marketplace or Craigslist for guns, accessories, optics, and stuff like that. With over 95,000 listings, you're surely going to find something you're interested in at Arms List. You can set your preferences to look locally in your area, or you can go through their dealer network, which spans nationwide. If you're interested in signing up with Arms List, I would never in a million years use the code PSR for a first month fee of only 99 cents. 99 cents for the first month. You can check it out, see if you can find anything. If you don't like it, you can always cancel. Having a sponsor for these videos really helps, and I do want to thank Arms List again for sponsoring this video.
All right, we're about 40 yards away-ish from some torso-sized targets. Let's see how she does at a little bit of distance here. A little high. There it is. There it is. Oh, a little off. There it is. There it is. Oh. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can hit the gong. About 75 yards away. There it is. Had some caffeine and it's cold as hell right now. That feels pretty damn good. Let's shoot it a little bit more. All right, we're gonna try this a little bit closer up. We got 9 targets. I'm just gonna do some transitioning, see how it feels. Oh man, yeah, that is nice. That is really nice. The P365 is known to be a little bit snappy. It still has that feeling of that snappiness of the 365. However, with the gas pedal and the larger grip, it just really allows you to get a nice feeling. It's got this texturing right here, this really aggressive texturing here on both of these grip panels, which are swappable. And that really helps fill your hand, which the P365 normally does not really fill your hand, at least mine. And now it really just feels so solid. I'm gonna try to give her shit, put 17 rounds downrange as fast as I can. Whew. 4.22, holy shit, she rips. If you've shot the 365 trigger, you know it's not a great trigger. It's fine, it's fine. It just requires a little bit more of a pull if you've been used to shooting hammer fire guns. We just shot a bunch of CZ75s and this is a bit different. I mean, it's a striker fired handgun. Let's see if I can do a little bit better than 4.22 with the 17 rounds here. .376. That one felt a little bit better. And I think I maybe had a couple mics, but pretty on target too. The compensator is another thing that definitely helps. The feeling, it felt recoil, a little port on the top, and then ports on the sides. And that extra length is just right. And aesthetically, I gotta say, this thing absolutely fucks. She just looks beautiful. Next, we're gonna try some 1R1s and reloads and see how fast I can do it. I'm gonna do a couple shots and then swap mags without the slide locking back. Nice, that feels pretty damn good. I'll tell you, the mag well, super easy to get it in. Since it's extended a little bit, you really kind of have to make sure you shove it in, get that. I mean, but it's flush perfectly with the end of that base plate on the mag. .391. Oh, dick. Oh, dick. 246. Let's go. 249. Not bad. Absolutely no problem sticking that mag in the mag well. Let's try to shoot this thing one-handed. All right, offhand, one-handed. Well, that is tough. One-handed, offhanded shooting is not my strength. 2 double tap each target here. Damn, dude. This thing's so fucking sick. Damn, it just goes where you want it to. 1 shot on each of these targets. We got 9 targets out here. Want to see it? 1 round on each target. Just keep going. If I get a mic, I'll just keep going. See how fast I can do her, eh? Oh, dude. Let's give her. 480 with like, I think 3 or 4 mics at least. Let's try it again. 454, so pretty similar. 443. That's my best time. Wow, that compensator and that gas pedal just make it so nice. Oh man, I could shoot this all day. All right, so that's around 200 rounds through this thing so far. Absolutely fucks as a shooter and as a looker. I mean, would you just look at her? This is my RX Delta L. This is a Glock 17 size striker fire pistol, just like this one. This one actually does have a fire control unit, just like the SIG, kind of. Very similar. However, this is like the full size, you know, like a 17 size, and you got the P365. And just for comparison, you can see the main big difference is the width of the slide is quite a bit less on the P365, which is an advantage. With this flared magwell, it's a little bit longer, but this is what I shoot at my brutality matches. Same exact mag capacity. This does have a +2, but I figured maybe we just measure the muzzle flip with the gas pedal and the compensator on our Shalotech versus the RX Delta, just to see the differences. So let's try a couple of shots and we'll look at the slow motion. All right, now I'll shoot the Shalotech. All right, let's look at the slow motion. So you can see clearly in that slow motion footage how much less muzzle flip was on the Shalotech versus our RX Delta L. And the RX Delta L, I love. It's a great pistol. Really inexpensive here in the US. They're actually more expensive in Slovenia where they're made than the US. I can't say enough good things about that pistol, but the Shalotech absolutely blew it out of the water in terms of the muzzle flip. Like, this thing barely moves with this gas pedal on here. It goes wherever you want it to go. For that, I gotta give the Shalotech quite a bit of props. It feels awesome, and it feels really good in your hand. Let's just finish the rest of the mag, eh? Oh, this thing's addictive. Shit, bud. I just want to keep giving her shit. Damn. Well, we got 5 more mags. Alright, so we've put 300 rounds through our Shalotech 365 XXLC, and it is an absolute joy to shoot this thing. The main thing that I took away from shooting this, and the main thing that stands out for this frame and this setup in general, is ergonomics. The ergonomics of the grip is unlike any P365 grip module that I've tried. It fits your fingers and your hands perfectly. You've got this cut here in the grip, and it just, the texture of it, the feel of it in your hand, it feels so solid. And then when you add the modularity and the ability to put in this gas pedal and the gas pedal on here, it just stays perfectly flat. You know, it's a pretty snappy handgun in the stock trim, but when you put this gas pedal on here combined with this compensator, it does not delete recoil, but it makes it, the felt recoil, so much less. Honestly, it's really, really impressive what they've done here. So no malfunctions or anything, didn't expect that, but wanted to note that, yeah, 300 rounds, 0 malfunctions. This thing ran flawlessly. So the ergonomics of this thing, combined with the modularity of the P365 and adding more modularity to it, really makes this a special handgun. And I got to give Shailotech a big round of applause, because I think they knocked it out of the park with this. If I was going to get a 365, this is what I'd go with. Now, the price of these is around 1,100 bucks, which is certainly not cheap. It's not inexpensive, but for what you get, and if you really love the P365 and love the platform, this is what you want, I would say. This is the peak P365 there is. So I would take this over any kind of SIG X macro. I have an X macro. It's all right, but to me, this absolutely blows that out of the water. If you already have a fire control unit and you're looking to make your P365 absolutely tits pimped out, maxed out to 10 on trend, I would go with the Shailotech. Well, that's going to be about it, guys. I really appreciate you watching the episode. I have a Patreon if you want to support me. Link is in the description, as well as my merch from Bad Attitude Department. Got some cool stuff, patches, even underwear actually, which is always fun. But yeah, thanks again for watching another episode, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.